In question number 5, Camille sells some sandwiches. In May, she sells 400 sandwiches. In June, she sells 20% more than she did in May. And in July, she's 15% fewer than she did in June. We've got to calculate the percentage change in her sales from May to July. So carefully read that. May to July. May, 400. July, we don't know yet. It's something we need to work out. So the first step is to work out how many sandwiches she sold in June. It's easy for me to say. And you're going to first of all do that by working out 10% of the 400. 10% of 400 is 40. Easy thing for everybody to do, just divide by 10. So that means that 20% is equal to 80, double that. So we've found out that in June, she sells 480 sandwiches. Remember this number. Then we need to work out how many sandwiches she sells in July, and that's 15% less or 15% fewer than she did in June. So June is 480, so we need to work out 15% of 480. So start off with 10%. 10% of 480 is 48. Again, just divide by 10. And then if we half that, 5% is equal to 24. Half this number. Now that's going to give us our 15% if we add those two numbers together, those two percentages. And that is equal to 72 if you add these numbers together. So we found out that 15% is 72. That means that in July, she sells, if you take away the 72, she sells 408 sandwiches. So now we've got the total for July, which is what we wanted here. We can work out the difference between May and July. And to calculate a percentage change, so to do a percentage change, I'm just going to write this, underline this, and put this up here for you. It is the difference divided by the original and then multiplied by 100. That's the formula you can use to calculate a percentage change in something. So if I'm going to use that, the difference is clearly 8 sandwiches, difference between 400 and 408, 8. Divide that by the original, which is 400, and then multiply that by 100. So using the rules of fractions, I think is the easiest way to work this one out. So you've got 100 over 1. Any number that's a whole number, you can put it over 1 and it still remains the same number that it ever was. So you've got 8 multiplied by 100 is 800. And then you've got 400 multiplied by 1, which is 400. And then we can cancel that down to 8 over 4. And 8 over 4 is 8 divided by 4, which is 2. So we found the percentage to be 2%. You can do this last bit in various different ways. This is just a way that I notice you can answer this question quite nicely and quite quickly and quite easily. So 2% is your final answer.